Welcome to my channel briefing on Bravo. Kyle Richards is the only remaining OG from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She has been on the reality show since the start, but in these most recent seasons, she has gone through a harder time as she is going through a separation from her longtime husband, Mauricio Umansky. Besides the separation, Kyle has gone through many rumors about her relationship status with her friend Morgan Wade. With everything that she has going on, she has continued to film the show, but has now been at the receiving end of questions from her friends about her situation. Since she had been questioned so much, it was only a matter of time until she broke down and decided to step away from the show. Speaking to The Hollywood Reporter, Kyle explained how in her many years of doing the show, she had reached where she had enough and took a break from the show. Besides walking away from the show for a bit, Kyle also opened up about going through depression for the first time and learning how to navigate her feelings during this time. Kyle Richards considered quitting RHOBH entirely. When thinking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the main name that comes to mind will always be Richards. She has been a staple part of the show since the beginning and has seen many of her cast members come and go, but she has always stuck around. She is currently one of the longest-running housewives on Bravo since Real Housewives of Atlanta's Kandi Burruss stepped down from the show. With her being on the show for so long, Kyle has had many life changes on camera, but throughout these past seasons, she has been through the most since her separation from Mauricio. She continued to have not only viewers, but also her friends, question her about the separation, and during season 14, she hit a breaking point in which she couldn't be on camera anymore. Speaking to The Hollywood Reporter, Kyle explained what got her to that point. "I just didn't have it in me anymore. I was at a point where I was so depressed, frankly. I'm not someone who gets depressed. I've had anxiety my entire life, but never depression. I really felt like I was struggling with depression, and I expressed that. And I just felt like I could not go into scenarios all the time and just have everyone coming at me." With everyone coming at her from every corner, Kyle said she took a week break from filming, but that this was the closest she ever was to throwing the towel. "It was absolutely the closest I've ever gotten to not coming back to the show. The show is a lot of pressure as it is, and I had so much going on in my personal life that was difficult and painful." The reason she decided to come back? She is now empty nesting since most of her daughters have moved out, and she has been left alone at the house, so she needed to get back to being busy. During the time she stepped away, she also realized that she was experiencing depression. "I was at a point where I was so depressed, frankly. I'm not someone who gets depressed. I've had anxiety my entire life, but never depression. And I really felt like I was struggling with depression, and I expressed that. And I just felt like I could not go into scenarios all the time and just have everyone coming at me." It's hard to imagine a world in which Kyle Richards may not be holding a diamond, but it could become a reality depending on how Kyle feels at the time. Come back to Briefing on Bravo and see more news.